What up, everybody? What up? Turn me up in my headphones. What's up, everybody? What up, everybody? Hope all is well. Good evening. No, we're not having Kings tonight. We have this concert tonight, and I was getting ready to go to that, and it's hot as a MF outside, and so I want to deal with this real quick. So let's do this really quick. First of all, I'm gonna say this. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. And I don't think that it's okay. Okay. What's up, Devon? Hey, Miss Sheila. What's up, y'all? Y'all in the comments. I think I may let y'all do some call-ins tonight. That's what I think I may do. Okay. Now, let me also say this. Turn my microphone up. Praise God. Hold on, somebody just text me. You ain't go. Oh God. You ain't go, brother. I'm just Let me say this. Make this very clear. Turn this down in my background. Let me say this to y'all. I posted a video on my YouTube and I posted a video on my Facebook, and a lot of y'all church biblical people, y'all may have a problem with this, and I'm not gonna get a whole lot of people on here tonight. And I'm, to be very honest with you, honestly, I told London, I said, I'm gonna try to limit my profanity tonight. But the way that I honestly feel, I'm so tired of people trying to use biblical scriptures and constructs for things when they don't even live by the biblical constructs of things. Oh, I feel my nerves working on me right now. Oh, Jesus. Father, help me today. Oh, Father, Mary God. It really pisses me off. Okay. Hey, what's going on? It really does. It really does piss me off, because I'm like, first of all, to the government, y'all want to use biblical scriptures when y'all don't follow biblical scriptures. I mean, make that make sense. Really, nigga. I'm just trying to understand how is it that you want to use biblical scriptures when you don't even follow anything in the Bible? Like, seriously, where is law and order when you need it? Because we don't nobody follow anything, but we just, again, I say this. I say this. People pick and choose what they want to do, and they want to sit up out here and grab the Bible as if it's the end with all, wherewithal, with being all the time, when they want to pick it out and choose to use it and carry on. Oh, okay. So, okay, can I talk to y'all? Where my brother Darius? Darius, where you at? Darius, is you live, or is you live? Because I feel myself. I feel myself here. See, y'all want to use biblical scriptures, right? Whether you are secular or religious. You want to use biblical scriptures. That's what you want to do. You want to use biblical scriptures. Okay, you want to use biblical scriptures, but For all of you senators, politicians, and all those things like that sit out here and parade around with your wives and carrying on, talking about, oh, my wife, blah, 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 blah. And you got side pieces, you got boyfriends and all of this. Whatever happened to that constitution of marriage? Huh? Yeah, well, the Bible, the constitution of marriage is between. Brother, you got a moment? Do you have a moment? I know we're not doing the Kings tonight. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be at this concert. You know what I'm saying? It's raining down cats and dogs outside, and it's hot as fish grease outside too. So that's not a good combination. Okay, so I'm gonna go and get this out while I can, baby. Yeah, y'all want to sit out here and y'all would love to sit out here and grab biblical scriptures when it come down to y'all want to tell folks what to do, what not to do, and all kind. No, baby, no. You don't get to pick and choose. So Sister Clarence Thomas, Sister Clarence Thomas. So since we are overturning Roe versus Wade, and you all are talking about overturning same-sex marriage, and you all are talking about there's other things that need to be overturned. Okay. I'm not even trying to be prophetic or pathetic, but I'm going to tell you just like this. Clarence Thomas, just like they overturned Roe versus Wade, watch and see what I tell you and see if they not try to overturn interracial marriages. Oh, I can't.
Fuck your life. Bing bang.
You don't want to talk about that. You married to a whole white woman out here. Huh? You married to a whole white woman out here. And you want to talk about overturning? Oh, baby, let me just say something to y'all back there in the bike who don't like this type of teaching and talking right here. We're basically living in a white man's world, a white man who took owner and stole from people and try and done their best to rule the world. We're living in a white man's world, a white man's fantasy of what they think and how they feel. A old, crude, hateful, jealous white man that is jealous of and mad and wants to steal from everybody else just to be the only one ruler, white supremacy, all kind of foolishness just like that. So we have worked very hard for interracial marriage. And if it serves me correctly, did we not fight for interracial marriages? Huh? Did we not fight for interracial marriages, Sister Clarence Thomas? Did we not fight for interracial marriages? But you ain't got nothing to say about that. Since you want to overturn same-sex marriages and you want to overturn Roe versus Wade, it's really just about privacy. What do y'all want to know about us and the peoples? Lamont, why they want to get in folks' private business so bad? I'm just trying to understand that. Huh? I'm trying to understand that. I see you, Deshondo. I see you, Lamondrick. So if we overturning Roe versus Wade and y'all got a list of things that y'all want to overturn, so are we going to oh, thank you, kind spirit. Are we going to overturn Brown versus the Board of Education? Are we going to overturn segregation in the schools? Are we going to overturn that too? Since you're also worried about what a woman does with her coochie parts. Oh, y'all don't like that. Since you're also worried about what a woman does with her coochie parts. Why don't we require men to have vasectomies and tie they wait a minute. Hey, Joey, why don't we require men to have vasectomies and tie their tubes so they can't be out here making babies. And then maybe you won't be concerned with what a woman does or does not do. Huh? We won't be concerned with what a woman does or does not do with her coochie parts, because we be, hey brother, how you? I want y'all to welcome my brother in the building. Saints, ain'ts, and prayers. Yes. Yes. Y'all welcome my brother. All right. Look, I want the men's to go have vasectomies. Go tie your tubes. But see, the problem with white men, theirs just jumped off. The problem with white men is they like to skeet on people. I'm sorry, they like to be skeeted on. Yeah. I didn't seen enough pornos. I know what I'm talking about. The white men's likes to be skeeted on. Okay. They like nerd. They do. They like what? Am I lying there? They like nerd. They do. White men like nerd. They like nut on their face. They like nut in their eyes. They like nut between their cheeks. They like nut on their face. All kinds of things. They don't want to have no vasectomies.
Mm-hmm.
See, white. See,
Lord, you talking about nut and why? How we got from the Supreme Court decision to nut?
Because I'm trying to tell y'all, this is a white man's decision making, and you got what you basically got is a white man making a decision, and you got a bunch of Republican and Democratic people that feel that we gonna do things the Christian way. How the hell are we? Okay, that's one, y'all.
It ain't Christian. So what happens now because they're not gonna stop abortions. People are they're gonna put themselves in risky situations, potentially harming themselves, bleeding out to get an abortion. And then now they don't want to give people help. So now y'all gonna give people help when they have these children. Are they gonna help them? Are they going to want to give them social benefits? Are they going to want to give them food assistance and financial assistance and Medicaid and WIC and all these services that some folks need, and a good many of them need it, to be honest. So here's my thing. You can't have it both ways. Either you don't want the people to have babies. If you don't want the people to have babies, then you got to then you don't offer them no help. If you want the people to have babies, you got to give them the help.
Good point, Joy. Good point, Joy. What about the women who was raped? Because they
don't care. They don't care. Most of the states don't care. And because I said this a while back, what this is really about. This is really about white people. They're scared they're going to become the minority in this country. Mm-hmm. You got all the Hispanic. The Hispanic population is growing by leaps and bounds in this country. And they are so scared that they're going to become the minority. This is what all this is about. But they can't make a law that says only white women can't have abortions. Do you think they really care if we have babies or not? They really don't want us to have babies.
But wait, hold on. See, now what we really ain't talking about is the fact that y'all are abolishing Roe versus Wade and really just going into folks' privacy about what they do with their personal life. But y'all right wing 1%ers and close to 1%ers is still gonna go out here and have abortions. Y'all still got personal doctors that will still go on the inside of you and cut them babies out and prevent you from being having extra babies. Y'all still gonna be hoes. Y'all still gonna go out here and bounce on the meat and do what you want to do and get pregnant, and you gonna get rid of that baby and all this other stuff. What about that? What about that late night, early morning pill?
And I'm gonna tell you what's next. Contraception is gonna be next. Now that they've done this, watch, they're gonna be after contraception next.
They're gonna tell us we can't use condoms.
They're gonna try to take away birth control. That's definitely gonna be up there. The morning after pill, they're gonna try to do away with all that.
You gonna get away? You gonna take away the birth controls?
Mm-hmm. But when you get pregnant and you have to have a baby and you can't afford to take care of the child and you need services and help, then they don't want to give you any help.
Listen, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all the opportunity. I'm gonna give y'all the opportunity if y'all need to call in. Okay, the number is on the screen. Now I'm gonna say this
Hey,
and
excuse me, sir. Is that your van? Can you move it? Because I know for a fact I'm gonna get ready to move my car.
I'm
I'm
gonna say
waiting on
this.
someone to come out here.
Okay, I'm gonna say this to y'all one more time again. Okay, the number is on the screen. When the show is over, do not call that number. Not that it's gonna ring me or anything like that, but do not call that number because you will not get answered. Okay. The number's on your screen, 651-560-0209. I want to talk to some women. I want to know how the women feel. I want to know how the women feel that, you know what I'm saying? Because I know some people who've been raped and molested and, you know, they had children by folks who they didn't want to have children's by. I want to know y'all thoughts and opinions about, you know, y'all can, you know, you want to be restricted upon what you do with your body. Dez, is you talking to me?
No, I was talking to my granny. My granny is sitting right here next to me, and I was talking to her. I'm sorry,
Hey,
King. You know.
grandmother, how you doing, daughter? God?
Yes, my granny is here with me. So, you know, I was talking to my granny.
Hey. What
See
mother
right
say?
here? That's the
Hey,
granny.
mother.
My friend said, hey. Hello. Mm-hmm.
Looking so precious. She got a house coat. She got a house coat on.
No, she said that she dressed. We had a child. We sitting outside at a wake.
Oh Lord, I gotta go to a funeral in the morning.
Mm-hmm. I don't, you know, I don't like homegoings. I don't like stuff like that. So
No, I'm
my
just
uncle,
going to
my
do
uncle and
I'm
auntie
just going
inside the
to,
church, I told them I'll sit out here with granny because
I'm just
I don't like wakes and all that. I like homegoings, but I don't like funerals.
I'm just going to go do my video recordings and things and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just being serious. Like, yeah, this it is it's just ridiculous to me. Now, there's a list of things like, what about what's next? Brown versus the Board of Education?
Oh, it's gonna all be of civil rights, um, gay marriage, all that stuff is gonna be up now. Watch and see. They're gonna systematically try to do away with all that stuff. Your right to vote. Now, if you see a bunch of us get guns, watch then they're gonna be trying to restrict. Now it's gonna be a problem with the Second
The gun
Amendment.
laws. The gun
Yeah.
laws. So my thing is, it goes back to what I said. Are we trying to go back to Masterdom time?
That's what they're trying to take us back to. If you recall, a lot of people don't understand when Donald Trump was talking about "Make America Great." Do you know that's the same thing Hitler said?
Thank you.
When
Thank you.
Hitler was running for president of Germany, he had the same phrase, "Make Germany great again." A lot of people don't understand this ain't nothing new. This was nothing but a remix of what Hitler had done in Germany. And we know how that went. The extermination of millions of people.
Yeah, y'all want to take us back to the age of slave and master. That's what y'all want. Where white man ruled it all. That's what basically, because if you really pay attention to the Declaration of Independence, I'm talking to somebody who's listening to me right now. Y'all don't believe what I'm saying. If you go and think about what the Declaration of Independence really talked about, it had nothing to do with women, white women preferably. Had nothing to do with black people, had nothing to do with slaves, had nothing to do with Indians, had nothing to do with Puerto Ricans, had nothing to do with Indians. I already said Indians, had nothing to do with
Wait a minute, what you call them Rickens?
Puerto Ricans. Oh, hold on. I got a call. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Wait a minute, the Saints. I don't hear nothing.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Now I know good and daggone well now. Hold on. Now somebody just called. Hold on.
Oh, they can call in today?
Yeah, they can call in today. I'm trying to. Oh Lord, I'm trying to get it right with the people. Hold on, Saints. Somebody trying to call in. Give me a second. Give us a God. Ooh.
The Saints need to tell the folks this is why it's so important that we got to vote these Republicans out of office. Not on every level, local, county, state. And if you live in Florida, you understand how important it is we get the Republicans out.
Period.
But NASA, we have to get them out of office.
Oh, that was Talmas. Talmas said, "Okay, let me try to call. Let me call Talmas. Hold on one second. Talmas, the peoples of God just try to call. Wait a minute. Let me see. Talmas, you calling from Texas?
All right, the Lone Star State, where they say everything is bigger.
Oh,
That's what they say.
hello. Can you hear me? Hold on. Wait a minute. Hey, what'd you say? Wait a minute. What? Hold on, Talmas. I'm trying to get you on my. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can get you on my.
Brother, just be like, Diane, get the phone.
Diane.
Get the phone.
Let me see. Levels. Talmas, say something. Oh Lord, it ain't acting right. Hold on, Talmas. We trying to get this call in thing. Phone call. Yes, God. Hey, baby. Thank you. Oh my God. Wait a minute. I don't like this. Something ain't right with this. Hold on now. Hold on, Talmas. Let me check my. I don't like this. All right, Talmas, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Hey, Rashida, what's going on? Okay. Talk to us, Talmas.
All right. Yeah. How about now?
Okay, that's good.
All right. Now, what did the missionary say about Texas?
No, we talking about the Roe versus Wade.
Oh, I said everything was big in Texas, so I heard.
In reference to voting these people out.
Oh, you talking about that? Okay.
Goodness, yeah, because I heard today Steve Bannon, one of Trump's old strategists, talking about that that's what they were going to do, and then talking about holding the power and not letting it go for 100 years. That's what he's saying.
See,
And he mentioned state, local, county, state. He said all of them. This would have happened if things had went the way it was supposed to go. So we got to. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, and the way that we fix it is voting them out. Simple as that. Because Clarence Thomas already talked about what was next.
Now Clarence Thomas talking about what was next. But I'm like, Clarence Thomas, you know that includes you too.
Nah, so he think he gonna get a pass because he doing what they want.
Clarence don't get a pass.
You think because he married to a white woman, he's in the club. What time is it? Because I can't hear him that well.
Did you say something?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I didn't hear that part what you said about Clarence Thomas.
Let me see if I can connect this because I'm having an issue with.
She didn't want to make sure that the Herman sections of not have no right.
She want to make sure the Herman sections ain't got no rights.
Yeah.
Let me connect this.
Clarence, that's what Clarence wants.
There we go. I hear him now. You hear him, Darius?
Yes, I hear him.
Okay.
Can you hear me, missionary?
I can, sir.
Yeah. We can discuss about what was that about Texas later.
Oh, I already know what's right about Texas.
We have a lot of voting to do.
The only question I have is whether or not you're a native, but that's a discussion for another time.
Oh.
No, but speaking of Supreme Court Justice, one of the ones who wrote the concurring opinion, Clarence Thomas, and he's already talking about what's next. You don't want the Herman sections having no rights. You don't want the women having no rights.
Mm-hmm.
But see, here's the thing about that. We live in a country where everything is based upon, truth be told, a white man. A white man dictates to you what's going to happen, what you're going to do, and they got a board of opinions of people and everything like that. I mean, here's the thing. They wouldn't even have a problem with same-sex marriage, but you got to include everybody else.
Josh, who was this in the comments talking about you've been hoodwinked, guys? I want to know who they talking about.
I don't know who that is. They did say something earlier. They said it's not a right to kill your unborn child. Okay, so I hear you, and then they came back and said you need to read up on Roe versus Wade. Serious. She lied about a black man gang raping her. Search it up. Here's my thing about that. Thomas, you still there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm still here. Go ahead and address that.
Here's the thing about that. We can go into all of those other things, because if you think about it, we can go back to Emmett Till. Emmett Till was a black little boy that was killed because a white woman lied on him. Not only did she lie on him, but the boy was killed, drowned, and strung up. And what was it? He was tied onto a bin in the river and left down there at the bottom. And by the time that they found him, his face and everything was disfigured. Didn't they chop his nuts and balls off?
I believe they did.
I believe so.
And so basically, we want to dictate what happens to a white woman based upon her lying and carrying on. But let's go back to the very beginning. It's just history. This is the reason why. Oh Lord, wait a minute, saints, ain'ts, and friends. Listen here, children of God. I want y'all to stand to y'all feet and let's welcome the attorney of the hour, Pamela Esquire. Oh yeah.
Hey, Darius, how are you?
I am wonderful, and I'm so glad to see you, but I'm always happy that I don't need your services. But if I ever do, I know who to come to.
You know, you could need my services to somehow, help you organize all the millions of dollars that you make too.
Now, you know what?
Come
Yes,
on,
we
let's
can
look
talk
at
about
it.
that.
Come on now. Or all of the contracts from all of the deals that God is going to send your way.
You know what? Wasn't that a prophetic wave?
Come on now. Come on now. Everybody automatically think criminal. I don't even mess with criminal. I mess with those that got some things going on in their life.
Thomas, let me hang up with you and let me deal with this with Pam. And I appreciate you calling in. Okay, you call back in. Okay.
All right, I will.
All right, thank you, brother.
All right.
All right, thanks and friends. The numbers on the screen: 651-321. I'm about to tell my cell phone number. Hold on 1 second. The numbers on the screen. The numbers on the screen. If you want the numbers on the screen if you want to call in 651-560-0209. Don't call in after the show. Call in right now. Now, Pam.
Hey everybody in the comments. I missed y'all.
Pam, we missed you too. Now you's a woman of God.
I try.
How do you and Joy? I want you to hit that. Actually, Joy, you got my cell phone number, so you call me so you can go ahead and get on the line. Because Joy has a very interesting story, and we've talked about this before on the show. But Pam, how do you feel about this whole situation? Because we didn't talk. How you feel about it?
I think I have my views. Obviously, I am a political science major, and I'm also an attorney. But I also love Jesus. So I have a mixed view that I probably could relate on all levels. I saw this coming, and my issue is the slowly picking at the rights. And I saw this coming where I knew what Clarence Thomas said and started adding more cases and all of that. That's the slippery slope that I always tell people about. When you start taking away rights because you feel like it doesn't pertain to you personally, one day it's going to pertain to you.
Hello.
One day it's going to pertain to your family. One day it was going to. And the thing about the whole church aspect of it, we all know the 10 Commandments say don't kill and all of that. And we were talking about that earlier. But you have a contradiction in there as well, because basically we want the whole abortion thing is almost solely pertaining to your spiritual belief, but yet and still we have the right to freedom of religion.
Right.
So we want to fight for freedom of religion as, Christians, because we don't want anybody telling us we got to be Muslim, we got to be Buddhist, we have to worship rocks or whatever. But then we want our beliefs to be the foundation of this country. So you can't have it both ways. You just can't have it both ways. So either we want the freedom so we can have choice, which is what Christ gave us, or you want them to dictate, whoever's in power, their morals and their beliefs on you. And that's just something that I want people to think about. It's not saying whether I would do it, yay or nay. You know what I'm saying? I personally wouldn't, but I'm just saying just like I fight for people when it comes to taking away rights of convicted felons. I'm not a convicted felon, but do I have family members? Absolutely. Do I feel like fair is fair and right is right? Absolutely. When you start trying to take away the rights of other people, just always realize that will come back on you one day. And it may not be in the same area, but it will happen. If you look in 2013, there was a case called Shelby versus Holden, a Supreme Court case. And basically the Voters' Rights Act, this is why we're all trying to redo the Voters' Rights Act. They took a very big portion out of that act that basically affected Black people. Now they tell you to go out and vote, but then they do things in the Supreme Court to make it hard for you to vote. They've been doing that since the abolition of slavery. That's what I was saying before. It's like they always find a way to find a loophole. It's what I always say, is they find a loophole where, yeah, it says this, but, if we look at it from this perspective, and that's what it did in Shelby. It was like, well, no, we know it affects Black people and it makes it harder for Black people to vote if we take this out. But we don't think they need that. Next is going to be affirmative action. Now, mind you, we're years behind everyone else. We already starting from the bottom. They ain't gave us nothing to help us out. And now you trying to slowly snatch stuff away. That's dangerous, and it's a slippery slope, and it's just scary. And I don't think people even realize the depths of it. But I hope everybody's mad and they gonna stay woke for real.
Wait, somebody said what's the name? Theolonius said if a woman miscarries, they can put her in jail for murder. Is that true?
Listen, it might be in some states. Here in Michigan, a lot of the old laws, a lot of the old statutes, they never took off the books. They just kind of stopped utilizing them. So here in Michigan, the ability, like shacking up with somebody is still illegal. Adultery is still legal. They never repealed any of those. So it wouldn't shock me if in some of these states they ran their states by how they morally felt. So that wouldn't shock me if there is a law like that. I haven't heard of it here, but that sounds like a state specific issue.
Okay, so now here is my thing. This is my thing about that. What I'm hearing about this moral compass, what the Bible says, I'm like, y'all look. Okay, let's go here. Darius, what about that politician? I think he's here in Florida that was messing with them young girls.
Oh, you talking about Matt Gaetz?
Matt Gaetz, was that morally correct? And we let Matt Gaetz go on about his business.
Oh, they ain't done nothing with him yet.
But we sat out here and we dog walked Andrew Gilliam for getting him some grown tail and got him some bump.
Well, you know what Andrew Gilliam, no, he was just indicted, which is a whole nother thing.
Well, but Pam, if we go there with him being indicted, though, Pam, we need to go ahead and indict the rest of them white boys who have done the exact same thing.
That's what they do. That's what they do, and that's what I said. Even here in the city of Detroit, when we had our big scandal with former Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick. He ain't do nothing nobody else had done, and he never did it to the degree that was media, like they advertised it and talked about it in the media. But what they do is when they see a black promising politician coming up, because they're scared, they see a black, they watch your every move. The laws, you would be so surprised at what would be considered against the law. It don't even be that deep. Like literally, I represented somebody who, like, you're in a position, but you went out to dinner with somebody and they paid for your meal, but they also contributed to your campaign. Like, it's so many crazy things out here that you don't know, and they watch you. Like, what you gonna do with Andrew Gilliam? He didn't even win as governor. So what they were trying to do was they hoped he was gonna be governor, then they were gonna embarrass him, and they were going to take him down while he was in office. That's exactly what they do to the black politicians. They've been doing it for decades. This is their way to control. But like you said, we have, our former president who clearly he is like Nixon's cousin. If anybody is familiar with Watergate, this is like Watergate on steroids with Trump.
I think he's Hitler's little brother.
Hmm. That's Watergate on crack, on fentanyl.
It's crazy. Like the stuff that if you watch anything on the Watergate or the history books or have read it, Watergate was the same thing. It was, I'm the president. Y'all do what I say. I'm going to do what I want to do, how I want to do it. I don't care what the law says. And Nixon had certain crews that he created, that he had a list just like Trump. It had celebrities on it. You know who was on there? Bill Cosby. It had those type of people on that list who he felt didn't like him and that were against him. And he said, these are my enemies and I'm going to take down my enemies. And they found the list. And he would actually hire former CIA agents and FBI to literally take these people down. What is the difference between what our former president did? It's the same thing. This is like crazy. And I hope people, if nothing else, people see how serious this is. It's not just about, that's what I tell people. I'm like, it's not just about that. It's gonna keep on going and keep on going. If you sit down and just let them keep picking away and picking away and picking it away, next thing you know, it's gonna be some new law that's specific to black people that'll send us to jail for something stupid and ruin our lives again. That's what they do. They have a historical precedent of that.
Well, not only that, but it's like we do all of this stuff and we talk about we believe in Christian values. And I'm like, first of all, let me tell you something. I'm not here to dictate to. I feel like because I'm about to go in this very vein this white girl did. I'm not here to dictate to nobody what your belief is. I'm not here to dictate to nobody how you should live, all the thing like that. But what I am going to do is this right here. And I'm going to say this. I don't want to hear nothing about no Bible scriptures or anything like that when it comes down to my personal life. Because if you're going to tell me about this Bible scriptures, I'm going to turn around and tell you that the Bible also says that it says, let every man work out his own soul salvation with fear and trembling. I'm not going to sit out here and dictate to no woman. I am a man. I am not going to dictate to a woman what she can and cannot do with her body. It is not right. It is not okay. And it daggone sure ain't Bible. And it ain't no scripture either. But you know what? I tell you what, though, I take that back. It is scripture, because in the scripture, you supposed to obey your man. That's what the scripture say. I'm very misogynistic. That's what the scripture say. But see, I don't believe like that, because again, I feel like this right here. We are individuals and we are people. It is not fair for us to sit up here and want to live our lives and tell somebody what to do based upon a mythological, I didn't say it right, book. And you want to tell me about what God is saying, what God is saying? How about you do what God is saying? Y'all got politicians to want to sit up out here and quote scriptures and carrying on that they don't even live by or follow by. You got preachers that want to preach scriptures and carrying on and tell you what to do and what not to do that they don't even live by. Y'all better miss me. We're talking about what the Bible say, and we up under a country that's been stolen from other people and carrying on, and we out here trying to lead folks by slave books and man, okay.
And that's the thing. I'd rather have freedom regardless. Do I agree with everything with the government? Absolutely not. But, or even the laws, but I'd rather have the freedom so that I can choose and walk in the walk that I believe God has called me to walk in, as opposed to you telling me this is what you got to do, this is what you can't do. Like, to me, I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to give the government that type of power, because it's all about power and control. Do
Correct.
you really think
Absolutely.
this government gives two rats behinds about how many kids for real? Like with these kids, we don't have good health care. Our education system sucks. It basically indoctrinates you. It doesn't, half the time you go to school and can't get a job. Like, they don't even put in place to even raise these kids properly. You putting half of the black men in prison for minor things. The most of the innocent people in prison, they are black. You're separating and destroying families, but then in the same breath, you like, but we love the babies. Like, get out of here. It's all about control. That's all it's about. They don't care. And to blind people to think like, oh, they really care about that. It's all about the lives. This is a country that's okay with the death penalty.
But you know what? The only people that say stuff like that are people who have never had to experience that. If you are someone if you're a white person, you don't deal with racism, because white people are in power in this country and in this world. Mm-hmm. You don't deal with the things that we as black people and other people of color deal with. So it's like sometimes with their perspectives, I'm just not like this lady in the comments who keeps commenting about she English and she this and that. Lady, you ain't been through what we've been through too. You walk in these shoes and you wear this skin and you go through what we have gone through as a people. Miss me with your comments. Stay over there in England and worry about your politicians over there and what they doing over there. Y'all got that man over there as prime minister over there who need to be up out of office. Why you need to be over there worried about what's going on over there?
But Darius, you know what? I remember I was watching, and I love history. There's this story on Netflix called Versailles. And if y'all think about history tells us that we fought, or there were wars fought for Christianity. If you were a Protestant, you were killed for the sake of Christianity, not Jesus, but Christianity. Yep. If you were a Buddhist, you were killed for the sake of Christianity. If you was anything outside of Christian, you was killed. Now, first of all, if we really talk about all of that, They didn't kill people for the sake of Christ. They killed people for the sake of control in the name of Jesus Christ. And that whole notion of Jesus and everything, that baby, that's a whole rabbit hole that we can go down. But it's like everything is about control.
Yeah.
Controlling women's body in the name of the Bible. Controlling people's what you do, women's rights in the name of the Bible. Controlling how Negroes live and breathe and move around this world in the name of the Bible. And this is what's so sad about it. When you really start sitting back and looking at all of this, you start scratching your head and you just start really thinking like, is God really about all of this? Is this really God? Because why would God, have all? Why would God want somebody's daddy to rape me, and now I got to sit up out here according to the law, and I got to have a baby now? Who does?
Honestly, when you think about it, it's scary to think, much less say. But it's almost like what God, who was supposed to be my father, who was supposed to be the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. It's almost kind of like you set me up for failure. If I subscribe to that logic.
This is why I subscribe to, I have my own personal relationship. I don't want to hear no pathetic prophet. I don't want you to I want you to tell me nothing about what God. I got my own personal relationship. I am so sick of these people want to get all this Jesus grease and carrying on and want to. I heard the Lord say, no, Akbar Hikmah, don't tell me nothing about what the Lord said. I hear from him myself. I'm tired of y'all want to sit up out here and use Jesus, God, Yahweh to sit up out here and control folks. This is foolishness. Oh, the Bible says that, no, I'm good. I'm good.
And let me historically, for the audience, when we talk about this is why I get so passionate about it. Because when you look back at the Declaration of Independence, I've actually looked at the originals and the rewrites and what they've said. And Thomas Jefferson, even though he owned slaves, we all know, he wanted the Declaration of Independence to say that we all have, as humans, inherent rights, which means we're born with certain rights, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But as you noticed, as the time went on, they didn't like that. They wanted it to say certain inalienable rights, which basically means that those that already had rights, they're protected. Black slaves didn't have those rights. Women didn't have those rights. The whole Declaration of Independence, including the Constitution, was rooted and grounded in a white man. Therefore, when you get an opinion from the Supreme Court that says the historical roots doesn't say anything about abortion, I'm getting nervous because I'm like, wait a minute, the historical roots don't say a whole lot up in this country. That's what I'm talking about. It's deeper than that. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. Until we stand up, seriously, when it comes to even this judicial system, stop putting all these prosecutors on the bench. If y'all want to stop wrongful convictions and all of that stuff, look at their backgrounds and see, oh, they was prosecuted for 30 years. We ain't voting for them. In the presidency right now, we know that's what Kamala Harris did. We know that Biden was a part of the whole crime bill. Stop putting these people in office that don't mean us, it affects us the most. They don't mind throwing our family members away. They don't mind putting us in prison for the rest of our lives. They don't mind controlling us. We need to take that control back, and there's plenty of us that can do it. We just don't do it. And I get it. It's frustrating. When you go to the polls all the time, and no matter what you do, it seems like your person doesn't get in. But you visible enough, it's going to make them have to do something. So if nothing else, I hope that this opinion pissed people off enough where they're like, nah, we're not going to let this go down like this.
Not only that, Pam, but it's like I want people to really understand and to really start thinking for themselves, because at some point or another, while people are out here they're doing this not only in the church, but they're doing this in government too. They want to tell you, oh, we're gonna overturn Roe versus Wade because it goes against our Christian values. When in the entire Hello Jesus and Hell Hockey Sticks did y'all ever have Christian values? Do y'all politicians have Christian values when y'all having orgy parties and things like that? Do y'all have Christian values when y'all snorting that line of powder or when y'all go to them meeting rooms and do y'all have Christian values when y'all going up there plowing them young men and y'all having boy escorts and carrying on? Do y'all have Christian values? I'm talking to somebody. Come on now. Do y'all have Christian values when y'all are sitting out here and y'all are the ones that's doing human trafficking? Do y'all have Christian values then?
Well, you know what that is. All they do is try to pass the laws. They put the people, you get these powerful pastors that have these politicians in their church. They make sure they put them in office to make sure. That's why they were actually considering to making pedophilia to a certain level legal, saying it's a mental issue. You know what I'm saying? The issues they have, they'll make it a law. Yes, they will try to make it a law. That's what they do.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me they was trying to make pedophilia legal?
Yes, they're trying to make it like it was a mental illness that needed like
Yeah, they're making it a mental illness versus making it a sickness. Basically.
Correct. That's it. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. That's what we're dealing with. That's what I'm saying. That people in power will try to put things that are important to them to protect it so that they can do it and not go to prison, while they putting you and your kids or you unsafe because you got police officers that are wilding out, shooting people and whatnot, taking away their Miranda, their ability to sue if their Miranda rights are violated. That's why just the other day you guys expanded the gun laws. You expanded the gun laws and you allowed someone who was on death row. You didn't take away the death penalty. You just said, you know what? You should be able to choose how you die. So instead of you getting lethal injection, we're going to let you do a firing squad. So yesterday y'all was about death, and today y'all talking about what the babies.
But you know what? Milan Christian made a post just the other day. He said, it is funny how that VH1 ran by some white folks. Please, we ain't even got to call them Jews. We ain't got to call them Jews. These are white folks. VH1 that's ran by white people. They didn't have no problem with Caesar, whatever that man name is, from Black New York Inc. beat or doing whatever he was doing to his daughter. Mm-hmm. But the moment that he did something to an animal,
because that's important to who?
They got a problem.
White folks. And again, what you're basically saying is you care nothing about us. When it comes down to, let's just talk about this political power and even construct. When it comes down to it, we are seeing this stuff right in our faces. If we take our hand out of all of it and say, we're not moving until y'all do right by us, until you pull out that ceiling move and say, until you do right by me, everything you do gonna rot. You know, first of all, the presidents of the United States have basically told us to our faces, fuck you. We care nothing about you. They have sat there and made anti-hate Asian laws right in our face. And just not too long ago, just a couple years ago, we had black boys and black girls that were hung up on trees. And that was big. That was a statement being made that we don't care nothing about you. And then just a few years later, they come out with the anti-hate hate Asian laws. What do we, I mean, not to say we don't care nothing about the Asians, but what about us? We've been in this country all this time, and you have yet to do anything for the people that have built this country and put this country where we are today. It makes no sense. Between the Indians and the African Americans, we have set this country on a blaze, and we have put this country where it is. And first of all, I am Indian and I am African American, and I want my money. I want mine. I want everything that's mine, because I promise you this right here, you either gonna pay now or you gonna pay later. It makes no sense.
But you gonna pay.
You gonna pay.
Well, that's if
and
we
you gonna
make
pay with
it
interest.
We have got to make it happen. Like if nobody saw today, I mean,
Baby, somebody said in the comments, Roe versus Wade has nothing to do with us. We need to continue to mind our black business. And that is the problem.
wow.
That is the problem. They're making decisions right in our face that's going to directly affect us.
That is such an ignorant statement. Whoever made that statement.
You have to look at the generality of it. Even if it doesn't pertain to you or you feel like it doesn't pertain to you, it does. Because we're the ones that have been fighting for rights for decades. Like we weren't even, the Emancipation Proclamation still didn't work after Abraham Lincoln did that. They had to pass the 13th Amendment. Then from 13th Amendment, what they like, oh, we're not going to do chattel slavery. We'll go ahead and we'll do lease slavery. So we send everybody to prison and we just lease them out. Then it was, oh, we're not going to do that. So then we had the Angola 3 where they was in just 2 years ago, solitary confinement in a prison for something you didn't even do for over 40 years in solitary confinement for 23 hours in the corner, and y'all telling me that slavery is over? Yeah, nah.
Baby, we got legal slavery going on in this country. We got legal slavery going on. You have people that are incarcerated and you're making them build, you're making them work, you're making them do all kind of things. You're putting people in the prison systems for basically nothing.
But
there are people.
How can you say though, Jive, that this person ain't good enough to be outside, but in California we're gonna let you be a firefighter for free, so y'all can save $100 million every year by using prisoners? But you can't. They can go out and you could train them to do that, which is a reputable type of a profession. But they need to go back behind bars so I can control them because I don't have to give them a salary. They sound rehabilitated to me if they out here.
But wait a minute. What did they go to jail for? Oh, smoking weed. Oh, okay. But I thought weed was legal. You got thousands of people that's sitting incarcerated right now for crimes that they have already passed a bill to let these people go, but we continue to do this stuff over and over again.
I have a client right now. I did that murder case 8 years ago. Got a whole bunch of charges dismissed. He did have to go to jail. The sentencing guidelines said 12 years to something I can't remember. He was caught. It was like 2 murders. There was a slew of them. All of them got life without parole, but my client. So when we go before the judge, she literally says, well, I'm going to go above the guidelines and I'm going to sentence him to 60 to 80 years. So basically you on your own volition outside of the jury said, I'm going to give you more years just because. He appealed that. Of course, he won. And that's what I said. I'm like, it's going to get appealed. Like, that's cool for the TV, but it's going to get appealed. He appeals it. And this was 3-4 years ago when he's still in prison right now waiting on to be resentenced. They don't care. They do not care. I got 3 cases I'm working on right now, wrongful convictions, because the corruption that was going on in Detroit in the 90s. And of course, in the 90s, you lose so much evidence. You got witnesses die, officers retire and die. They move to other states and countries. And then they're innocent, but you got to try to find this one thing. So
Pam, you got to go above and beyond to prove their innocence, yet just for a judge or a jury to say, I don't give a flip, and they're going to do what they want to do anyways.
Because here, honestly, there's certain counties, and I'm sure that's in every state. You already know when you do a jury trial, depending on what the demographic is, like what their professions are, they'll prefer you be off. They might have a reasonable doubt, but they like, I'd rather be on the safe side and let this Negro go to prison as opposed to he may or may not have done it because there's some evidence. They'll take them off the street for that purpose. It's ridiculous. That's why I'm saying when you start playing with rights, I just get passionate and pissed at the same time. So I'm like righteous angry.
So I'm going to say this too, that one black girl, the number is on the screen, 651-560-0209.
Yes, I want to hear what Sis got to say.
You have a lot to say in the
Yeah,
comments.
maybe she has a explanation behind her comment. We're not gonna.
Yeah, but we would love to hear your comments now. Come respectful, but come.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is, it's like we're doing. There's so much going on, and as y'all can see from the numbers on tonight, you know, we're not doing a King show tonight, but from the numbers, people don't care about this. They want mess.
Mm-hmm.
They want BS. They don't want nothing that can help them, but they want the drama and the foolishness and carrying on. And then you have people that want to be argumentative and carrying on and stuff like that. And it's like, for what? This is dumb.
Literally, you're offering a platform to inform people. Like, some people don't know how to vote, who to vote for, why they vote, and what the importance is. And you're getting all of the info on the importance of it beyond the whole word abortion. You know what I'm saying? They're getting all this information, and you're just like, oh, well, we're not talking about Wendy Williams, so that ain't that important. So we just gonna, like, no, we can't have that. We cannot afford for our next. If you don't want to care about yourself, at least look at a Martin Luther King and a Malcolm X that was willing to risk their lives.
I told Pam this earlier. I said, it is mighty funny. Can y'all hear me good?
Yes.
I said, it is mighty funny that we'll sit out here and we'll get mad at people that's trying to fight the good fight, that's trying to lead the race and everything. But if you think about the people in our past, Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman was out here trying to free the slaves. And there were slaves that wanted to be in slavery. And they said, we want to stay here with Massa. Massa give us meals. Massa give us what we need. Massa take good care of us. And then he beat you, but Massa loves us. Massa love. Baby, there are people that love the bondage.
And these were saved. These was people going to church every Sunday. That read, now faith is the substance of things hoped for. Now faith means I don't see what's going to happen, but I'm willing to follow to my freedom and believe God is going to cover and protect me. These was church, just like the Israelites. Same thing. Y'all scared of what's on the other side, but you always want to preach Jesus. You want to have faith. Y'all don't have now faith. Y'all got then faith. The faith, y'all want to go on what y'all know already. That's not
because I feel this is a little personal. This is a little personal, Pam. I'm gonna tell you my testimonials, okay? Okay. People want to ride off your coattail, and they want to follow you and do what you do and go to your success and be all this. When you are tilling the ground, they want to come right behind you. When you're doing all the work, they want to come right behind you. But then when you tell them, hey, let's go, you kind of follow me so I can get you to freedom so you can go do your own thing. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go do my own thing. I'd rather just follow you and do what you do. No, I'm trying to show you the way so you can get your ass on somewhere and do what you do. But folks don't want to do that. People do not want to work. People do not want to. They do not want to get out here and make it for themselves. People are out here every day fighting. They are fighting each and every day for somebody's freedom, for somebody to be something, for somebody to be healed, delivered, and set free every single day. But it's like those people, right? You don't want that. You don't want. It's just like religion. It's just like religion.
In the mind, they're in bondage. Like I mean, Nelson Mandela said that to be free is not merely to cut off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedoms of others.
Right.
So it's not even all about you. Like, it's not, he came out and he was willing to fight the good fight and stay in prison all these years for you. For you. So
I see brother God ain't calling in.
I gotta do what I gotta do to.
Nah, she got internet courage.
She got internet faith.
You know,
do you know what's so crazy about this, Darius? You're gonna always have somebody that comes online, comes on your posts and stuff that want to be an internet, big dog,
internet gangster.
But you'll never
I said what I said. That's my opinion. I said what I said.
But when they say pull up, you ain't gonna pull up.
And I definitely like to hear. I mean, that's what I do. I definitely like to hear where you coming from. Maybe it was misinterpreted or whatever. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But if you really feel that way from a generic standpoint, then I think that you need to be educated from a generic standpoint. Now, if you can educate me, hey, I'm open to it. But the way it came across was kind of like, wait, what? You really don't think that that pertains to Black people?
Well, I feel like this, because these lights are getting hot and I'm starting to sweat. Praise God.
100 degrees down there.
Yeah, it's about 100 degrees. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate these conversations because, again, it's no different from it. You know what, Pam? If we stayed on this topic for like we did Bishop Green, like we did Bishop Kyles, they would say the same thing about us. Oh, you're mad about this. Oh, you're mad about that. Really?
Well, I'm pissed. I ain't even gonna lie. I just been watching it though over the years too. I'm just like, y'all just really, and don't nobody see this. I'm like, hey, hello people, hi. Like y'all don't see
And that's
this?
the thing. It's like y'all not see this shit that's going on. They doing this shit right in our faces. Like, to borrow from Jay, you're not gonna play in my face. They literally playing in our faces. And a lot of us, and I'm just gonna say, and I hope I don't offend nobody, because I'm not trying to, but some of us so damn stupid. We don't really, we not cluing into the fact that they screwing us right in our face.
Period.
Not without me kicking noise. That's why I be the one to file lawsuits that they be like, you really just gonna take on, did you just sue the whole governor? Yep, I don't care. I'm letting you know that I see you.
And I'm gonna say it like this white girl said on this video I just posted. I don't give a damn what the Bible say. You're not finna sit up out here and try to rule me with Bible scriptures. Listen, you're not finna push over on me your religious construct. You're not finna tell me how I should run my body. You're not finna tell no woman how she need to run her body, how she need to think, how she need to believe, or anything.
Ain't that why the people came to America from other places like the Protestants and all these other people? They came here for religious freedom and to live how they wanted to live, and they wanted to worship and believe how they wanted to.
Exactly. That was the whole.
So why would you deny somebody else the same privilege?
But wait a minute. If it serves me correctly, the Pilgrims was running from the England folks over there because they didn't want to serve them religious dogmas and have all them type of restraints and carrying on. But you came right to another country and did the exact same thing that you were running away from.
Well, they created another country that was just what they wanted to be, and then they were going to exclude other people just like they were excluded. And they still do that. The Declaration of Independence, when they talk about the 13 states at that time that where they were trying to come over or whatever, their whole point was to protect their own rights, not allow England to do anything.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Carla, you're on the air. What's going on?
I agree with everything that y'all are discussing. For some reason, we as a people, and I'm talking about everybody out there that always got this, that, and the other to say.
Max is
we
calling.
As a people can't come to Pamela.
Hey, Pamela, how you doing?
Hey,
Pamela, love your name.
Pamela.
I'm doing fine. And hello to everybody.
Go ahead, keep talking.
I just don't like what we are doing as a people. We have a mind. Our ancestors survived slavery. I'm talking about your great-great-grandmother, your great-great-granddaddy, and everybody else. They survived. But yet still, my feelings hurt if you can't get that shoe that costs $200. Baby, bumper shoe. What about my rights? Why y'all keep changing where I gotta go vote at? Every time I look around in Missouri, they changing where you go vote at. People need to wake up. We as a people really need to wake up, come together, and remember how our parents fought for us. They fought for us so we won't have to suffer like they suffering, but that's okay. Because, baby, I'm not suffering. I'm a fighter, been a fighter all my life. And we all need to remember that. We are fighters. We came from kings and queens. Stop crying. Because the next bunch of people they coming for are the blacks. Because they scared of us. They are so scared of black people.
Well, Miss Pamela,
I don't know why, but for some reason they scared.
Well, Miss Pamela, I'll say this. I do agree with you. I do believe that there is some fear and jealousy when it comes down to black people because, you know, every time you turn around, it's some sort of way to oppress, depress, put down, put your foot on, put your neck on George Floyd, all kind of things in order to keep us up under their feet. As long as you can keep us down, it's like you're trying to rule, reign, and control. And it's just like even when it comes down to, now, you know, people may not like this, that's okay. When it comes down to this Bible, we sit here and we do, and somebody else was saying this, thank you, kind spirit. We do this stuff and we might as well go ahead and throw the Willie Lynch letter in there. We sit up out here and
But they forget. But they forgot. They use that same Bible that the preacher want to read out of every Sunday. They use that same Bible to conquer us. They use that same Bible.
Absolutely.
I don't know where it is written. What chapter, what verse it's in. I just don't know. We as a people, for some reason, we hate to come together. Why? You scared of the white man? The white man ain't scared of you.
Oh.
No, they saw division, and when you see division, you come in and you break up, you break apart.
Baby, I almost spit this
baby,
out. Can you say that again?
Brother.
Huh?
We want.
Come on, Mr. Darius, say it again.
I say, when you see division, they saw division because even in Africa, they were not unified. They were fighting each other. So if you see people, if you come in, you see they fighting each other. All you got to do is make an alliance. When you see a wedge, you get in there, you widen it.
See, that's all. That's all they want to do. That's all they want to do.
Well, listen, Miss
What
Pam,
they did today is just the beginning. Yes, sir.
Well, Miss Pam, listen, I want to thank and appreciate you for calling in. We really do appreciate that.
I want to thank you for accepting my call.
You are welcome.
We love you, Miss Pamela.
Have a great evening and thank you. Keep doing what you're doing, Mr. Jive.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Listen, let me tell y'all this right here. If y'all go back to that Willie Lynch letter, now I want to talk about this real quick because we gonna get off because these light bulbs in London, you supposed to been on here a long time ago, nigga.
You know our brother.
No,
you already know.
I'm not gonna give London no more excuses. When I tell you, I'm gonna tell you like this, London. I have a date to be in Jacksonville, and when I come to Jacksonville, I'm gonna put these elbows and these fingers upside your head. Okay. All right. Listen now.
What is your what? Okay,
I want y'all to just welcome London. London is here tonight. London is here. All right, y'all. We glad he's here with us on tonight. All right, praise God. Look, first of all, this Willie Lynch letter. If you read the Willie Lynch letter line by line, they're doing the same thing over and over and over again to us. They're keeping us divided by the shape of our bodies, by the color of our skin, by how our hair looks. We out here fighting men based up on how big is me, baby. It's about division. It is about division, and this whole notion of I want to control a woman's body. This is basically a white man in control that wants to say, I like you, but this is what I want you to do. You can't do this. You can't do that. Oh, you You want to be married? Okay. You want to be a woman? Okay. This is what you got to do. You can't do it now unless you come talk to me. Anything that you want to do, you got to go talk to the government. You can't sit up out here and get pregnant, do anything. You got to go to the government and talk to the government. Baby, what is the government wanting to do? Why y'all white folks want to control the people so much? And it's not just white, black, it's white and colored people. And if you truth be told, white folks, y'all colored folks too. Because y'all came from slavery, y'all came from bondage, y'all came from depression, y'all came from being defeated, y'all came from being the underdogs and carrying on. Y'all was over in them other countries, Germany, England, Spain. Y'all was fighting for y'all freedom until y'all got on a boat yourself and ducked your ass on over here to another country. Y'all wanted to come over here and rule, and y'all saw some people that was already over here and you wanted to take over. And you almost killed those people because you wanted the land for yourself.
But ain't that deep down, like y'all been through it, but you want to do the same thing to somebody else. That's how you know it's about control. You know it's about control. And I just want to know, like, what do they have in place for all these babies that they think that they gonna save? Y'all got some adoption agencies going on. Y'all up in the minimum wage. Y'all got health insurance going. Like, what y'all doing for all these babies that you think it's gonna be an influx of? They ain't thought that far because they don't really care. I mean, like, this a whole different situation y'all trying to create, but nobody talking about that.
Since I was told to be good today, I'm not gonna let the devil use it. But you know, it's a lot of stuff going on that needs to be addressed, and it's not only shocking, but it should be a wake up call for everybody. Like, this should be a wake up call.
Let me show y'all something. London, I'm gonna interrupt real quick. I told London, I said, if I let go and let the devil, I said it's gonna be you go ahead and let the devil use you too.
Okay then, baby. I just needed to make sure.
I didn't say nothing yet, London. But I'm trying to watch my words. First of all, it's
watch your words for.
Right, Alice. Exactly.
It's this homosexual preacher, undercover homo section that's on my page that is commenting to this video. Said he was coming to the white lady. He said, "Lady, you're canceled." Shaking my head, no time for all of this. They overturned it. Let's move on. So you mean to tell me you got punks, fags, and sissies out here that agree?
Wait a minute. Can I
call
get
nobody no names, y'all? I'm just.
I said.
You said he was a child of the corn.
He's a child of the corn, and
one of the children of the corn.
Y'all want to be out here. Y'all want to be sucking and ducking up to these people as if it's baby. What you gonna do when they tell you that being gay is against the law? What you gonna do then?
They're gonna be dead.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they sit out here and tell you that homosexuality is against the law? Because you know they used to do that.
Well, you know what's about to happen with this law too. You leave it up to the states. That means you're leaving it up to whoever is in charge. So you might have abortion is legal this year. Then in 4 more years, they get a new legislature that overturns it and changes it again. Like, it's gonna be flip flopping and flip flopping and flip. Like, it's so ridiculous what they just did.
London, I want to give you the opportunity to go ahead and say something because you didn't came on here and we just been to go ahead and talk because I'm telling these lights is getting hot and I'm starting to sweat.
You starting to sweat?
I am. These lights is bright.
I'm melting.
I am melting.
So I think that it should be a wake up call for everybody. Who's gay, trans, minority, or whatever. This should be a wake up call for you because not only did they take abortion rights away, but they also are starting in the talks of taking Brown board versus education away and gay rights away, and they're trying to go back to segregation and stuff like that. So my advice to y'all is to y'all might as well wake up. I don't know what planet y'all living on, but I think y'all need to wake up. Like, for real. I was
But
talking
brother,
to
it's
my
not
friend.
enough of them to wake up. It's not enough just to be woke. But you gotta do something. There has to be some action behind that wokeness.
I think in November should be the action.
To me, the action needs to start before November.
Absolutely. In every state, like who we put up in our government is important. They need to expand that Supreme Court because at this point it's just
It's
Well,
hard.
see, they were going
and
to. They
they're
were going
supposed to be non-part, like they're supposed to not be Democrat or Republican, but we all know they vote one way and we know how the other side gonna vote. So that means it is politically divided, and it's not supposed to be that way. We're supposed to be neutral arbiters. Like and that's not what it is. So they need to be over, and they're on there for the rest of their life. And they just put young folks on there. They got
Yep,
a good
majority.
20 years pops on there.
I think only 2 of them are in their 70s. The rest of them are in their fucking 50s.
Yeah.
So, yeah. They finna be
They
there for a
have to be
while.
and that's a cushy job. Like you got a big old office with 50 people working for you, where you really ain't the one they writing for you. You got attorneys that's doing stuff for you.
And I don't think those should be lifetime appointments. I think it should be term limits.
Yeah, because this is crazy.
I think senators should have term limits because you got these old white men who has been in the senator since 1980.
You talking about Chuck Grassley?
I'm talking about Chuck Grassley, Mitch McConnell.
Who's like 174 years old.
He
3,000.
Goat neck.
years old. Yeah.
But individual states can have term limits. Like we got term limits in our legislature, but our stuff is different than federal. So like the states can do certain things as long as it isn't overstepping what they do in federal. So because those are considered 2 different offices, a lot of states have term limits, but the federal law has already turned that down and said no.
What state you live in?
Michigan.
We have term limits. We got
term limits in our legislature. It passed like we are. Yeah.
Florida, we ain't got no term limits. They need to have term limits, but they don't.
And we get the same names though, still over and over again. If the daddy leave, the son about to come. Like everything is about a last name. They come. We had one guy here running for judge, one attorney. He changed his last name to his wife's last name because her family is known to be on the bench. They're on every county in this state. And so in order to get on there, he changed his last name to his wife's.
Oh.
So, that's not even based on your credentials. He just didn't realize here, nobody really researches anybody. So they'll be like, oh, we see this name. So let's just go ahead and check the box.
I am going to say that this decision today, if you don't know how to pray, you better start.
Listen.
That's the only thing I'm going to tell you.
You better call on whoever you need to call on. Yahweh, booty scratchers, Buddha, somebody. You need to call somebody. Call Tyrone if you need to. Call somebody because this right here is a hot mess. It's a hot mess.
It is. It's really scary. And I know some people don't feel that way because this is not their issue, but this is just the beginning. If they haven't gotten to your issue yet, just keep waiting.
It's a third different one this week. Like literally they did the expansion on the gun laws, and then they turned around and they said, oh, well, if the police don't give you your Miranda rights, then you can't sue them civilly if you end up being wrongfully incarcerated or whatever it is. They took that right away. Then today it was about the firing squad being able to kill you if you're on death row instead of lethal injection, because they believe lethal injection is cruel and unusual punishment, but I guess shooting you ain't.
I'm gonna interject and say this. London, are you talking to us?
You're on mute, London.
It looks like he's talking to somebody else because you're not looking at the screen.
Okay. I remember. Hey, Auntie Deb, I remember. If y'all go back and watch The Purge, I believe it was the original one, the one with the mask on the face. If you go back and watch The Purge, I don't believe that nothing is going to change until the fight is brought to their front door. And I'm not a person, I'm not trying to tell nobody that we need to go out here and start killing and shooting people and things. I'm not telling, but I promise you, they have no problem with killing black boys, black women, black men. They have no problem. But the day that issue comes to their neighborhood, their schools, their neck of the woods, then they'll start doing, baby. Because first of all, let me explain something to you. I don't care what these folks get out here and say the census say. First of all, I want y'all to know this and hear me on this here good show again, because I said it before. I don't care what these census say. We do outnumber these people by far. They tell you that we're 13%. Nigga, let me tell you, baby, we colored folks, people, brown peoples, baby, we outnumber these people by far. Don't let nobody tell you that we are the minority. We are not the minority. Baby, they sitting out here trying to keep us down, keep us killing each other in Kano because they want you to think that they outnumber us and they outroot. No, baby, baby, I'm like the Muslims now. When is the sleeping giant gonna rise? When is the sleeping giant? Now I know that sound real old, that sound real deep and spiritual. Praise God. No, I wonder when we gonna wake up and stop fighting each other and make some moves out here.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all put your Bibles down and let's start putting your faith into action and go do something and move some stuff out here in this world. So listen, y'all. Look, it's hot. Look, I was trying to get the fan and fan myself. I can't do it no more. Look, y'all, we gonna get wait a minute. Where's my outro? Musicians, hold on. Did we got it? Okay. Listen, y'all. We getting ready to get out of here. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. London, you got something to say?
When you coming to Jacksonville? When you coming to Jacksonville? Hello?
Really, nigga?
Ain't that something you can call me and tell me, ask me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know we was being hospitable this evening.
Get the fuck out of here!
So listen, y'all, we get ready to get out of here. London, you got something to say? Pam, you got something to say? Darius, you got something to say before we get up out of here?
The only thing I got to say is y'all mother freaking vote. Also, if you are in the St. Pete area, please go to the Gay Pride Parade and festivities to see my brother Demario Jives as the Grand Marshal. I will not be in attendance because I have prior engagements, but please come out and support Darius, who also is a part of the Pride festivities. If you have any questions, please ask them. Don't ask me because I can't tell you nothing about Pride. Okay.
Pam, Darius.
I think London has said it all. You know, make sure y'all come out to the parade, support our King Jives in the parade as the Grand Marshal tomorrow in St. Petersburg. I will be in the parade as well.
I would just say, if I had to leave, my last words will be in the words of Abraham Lincoln, that those who deny freedom for others preserve it not for themselves. So I want you to remember that and head yourself on over there to the Law, Pam Esquire, the Law Intellect, and go subscribe to my YouTube page. Thank you.
Listen, y'all, we get ready to get up out of here. I love each and every last one of y'all. It's been a great night. I'm hot. I'm hot.
You hot.
You're white and you're hot.
You're white and you're